Welcome to Death on Clare Island, Chapter 27. When we stepped over the threshold of his cottage, I understood why I hadn't seen any lights. Candles danced, casting shadows into every corner, like the entrance to a dark and mysterious forest in the twilight hours. I savored the notion that Peter and I would uncover these mysteries together, perhaps tonight. He kissed me again. I kissed back and allowed my body to mold itself into his. With a mumbled groan, he placed his arms on mine and disentangled himself. Star, come on into the kitchen and keep me company while I prepare this feast. I followed him toward a large room in the back that ran the width of the cottage. When he turned on the lights, I saw that half of the kitchen reflected its original state, complete with an open hearth, while modern appliances occupied the other half. He led me to a rocking chair in front of the hearth and told me to relax while he got dinner ready. A small turf fire twinkled in the grate. As I fell into the rocking motion of the chair and gazed into the light of the fire, the sounds of Peter's movements faded. You can make the salad now, he said, his voice bringing me back to the present. He'd assembled all the fixings on one of the counters, so all I had to do was toss them together and add the Caesar dressing. As Peter worked, he moved slowly and calmly, and I felt my body relax even further into the warmth of the kitchen and the smells of the food. He removed two small steaks from the grill and arranged them on dinner plates. With a flourish, he balanced both plates on his hands, suspended high over his head. If Milady will follow me, please. I grabbed the salad and followed him into the dining room. It was bathed in candlelight coming from small votive candles that covered the farmhouse-style table. There was also a clean, airy simplicity here. The only furniture consisted of the dining table and 6 chairs, and each wall hosted just one painting. Peter placed our plates on the table and guided me into one of the ladder-backed shaker chairs. This room is beautiful, I said. Is this set one of your antique finds? No, they're reproductions. I special ordered them to fit the dimensions of the room and asked the workmen to distress the finish. While we ate, we talked more about his work. He told me stories of furniture that he'd found in barns and sheds that turned out to be valuable collector's pieces. Listening to him made me remember the antiques newsletter that Sharon subscribed to. I tugged it out of the back pocket of my capris and set it on the table. Are you familiar with this newsletter? It's called The Family Attic. Why, yes, Peter replied. It's got a small following, mostly people who like to find family treasures hidden among the junk. I know Scott Bell, the editor, as I've contributed several articles about family heirlooms that people may not realize are valuable. Peter's eyebrows went up as he glanced from the newsletter back to me. Why do you ask? Well, I found a copy at Matthew Sumner's place. It's addressed to Sharon and Star. More of this obsession with Sumner tonight? His voice was so low that I could hardly hear him. I thought you were going to give everything a rest this weekend. Can't you let Matthew rest in peace? He's dead. We're alive. Then he added, I thought we would give ourselves a chance to explore our friendship over the next 2 days. I only considered it because you talked about finding treasures in barns and sheds. With your involvement in the antiques trade, your newsletter, and your proximity to Matthew when he lived on the island, well, I thought you might remember seeing Matthew and Sharon at an antique show. Or maybe they subscribed to your newsletter too. Enough, Peter said as he rose out of his chair. You'll never let this rest, will you? I rose also, reaching out my hand to him. Peter, it's only a question. Why are you getting so upset? He looked at me and shrugged. It's because I'm concerned for you and I'm worried sick that you'll be hurt or even killed. Then his voice, rising again, added, For God's sake, Star, this is not a game. I took a step away from him, and when he spoke again, his voice was almost a whisper. Can't you see how fond I am of you? Perhaps more than fond. I want you to focus on us, not other people, especially not dead people. I know you've suffered losses, your lover, your parents, but that's the past. You're here now, and I want you with me. His words came as if from far away, and suddenly I felt as though I was in a fog or the clouds. My head spun, and the candlelight flickers made the shadows dance a jig. I took another step back. I want to leave now, I said, turning toward the door. Then Peter grabbed my hand and pulled me back to him. Look, Star, I'm sorry. Please stay. You're just tired. It's okay, I said, pushing him away. I understand your anger, and you're right. I'm tired. A little confused, too, I think. I'd like to walk back to the hotel and call it a night. If that's what you want, let me drive you down there. No, I need the fresh air, I stammered over my words as I stumbled out of the dining room. Tomorrow's another day, Peter. I'll call you in the morning. I opened the front door and left.